Have you ever been in a really good, stable relationship, but there's this little voice in your head kind of worried that it's, well, boring? It's a feeling a lot of us get, but we don't really talk about it. So today we're going to dig into that. Is boring actually a bad thing? Or maybe, just maybe, we've been looking at it all wrong.
I mean, think about it. Everything's calm, you feel secure, maybe things are a little predictable, and then that thought creeps in, wait, is this it? Is this supposed to feel this easy? If you've ever felt that little pang of doubt, you're in the right place. Let's unpack what's really going on with that feeling.
Okay, so let's break down two completely different vibes in a relationship. On one hand, you've got what we can call fireworks. You know, it's the stuff you see in the movies, these incredible, addictive highs, but then these absolutely crushing lows. It's totally unpredictable. And then, on the other hand, you've got serenity. This is about a consistent sense of calm, a really deep security, and yeah, a bit of predictability. Our culture loves to romanticize the fireworks, but is that really what's good for us?
And that brings us to the million-dollar question, right? If a calm, serene relationship is supposed to be the goal, why does it sometimes feel so weird, so unfamiliar? Why is it that a lack of drama can register in our brains as a lack of passion? It's this strange paradox that can actually stop us from enjoying the very peace we say we want.
Well, the answer is pretty fascinating, and it's all about our brains. You see, our brains are amazing at adapting. So if your past relationships or even your upbringing were full of drama and instability, your brain literally gets used to it. It gets wired for chaos, and it starts to think that those intense ups and downs are just what love is supposed to feel like.
Now, this wiring for chaos can sometimes create something pretty specific called a trauma bond. This is a really strong attachment that can form when you're in an intense cycle of being treated really well and then really poorly over and over again. That constant pattern of punishment and reward, it can feel incredibly addictive, and it's so easy to mistake it for love.
Here's a good way to think about it. A chaotic relationship is like being on a roller coaster. That rush you get at the very top, especially right after you make up from a huge fight, that feels incredible. But the drops, the lows are terrifying, and you just can't live like that long term. Stability, on the other hand, is like a smooth, scenic train ride. It's steady, you can actually relax, enjoy the view, and you know you're heading somewhere safe and beautiful. So this is where we need to flip the script entirely. What if that feeling we've been calling boring isn't a red flag at all? What if it's not a warning sign telling you to jump off the train? What if it's the destination, the beautiful, peaceful place you've been trying to get to all along?
So let's redefine what we mean by boring. It's not about what's missing, it's about everything you gain. Boring means you feel emotionally safe. It means when you disagree, you work through it together instead of letting it blow up. It means you can finally, truly, be your authentic self. It means you feel secure about your future together. That isn't boring, that's sustainable.
And this is a really key point. Real, deep, lasting passion doesn't grow in the middle of a battlefield. It needs the right environment. It flourishes when there's safety and trust. So when you feel that sense of calm in your relationship, don't mistake it for a lack of passion. You need to recognize it for what it truly is. It's the solid ground of safety where real love can actually be built.
So the next time that little voice in your head starts to question your calm, loving relationship, I want you to tell yourself this phrase. Just say, you're not bored, you're at peace. It's such a simple sentence, but it's a massive shift in how you see everything.
You know, in a world that's always pushing us to chase the next spark, the next firework, maybe we should start looking for something that lasts. Forget all the drama and red flags. Finding a partner and building a relationship that gives you consistent, reliable stability, that right there is the ultimate green flag. That's how you know you found something real.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. We spend so much of our lives being told to chase after those big, explosive fireworks. But what would actually happen in our relationships and just in our lives in general if we decided to start chasing peace instead?